We got a bit of a bee in our bonnet about a year and a half ago when we found out that flats were being built next to the Duke of Wellington and that they were planning to take down the poplar tree as part of that development. And it really wasn't necessary because the tree was on the corner of the plot. They could easily have accommodated the tree. And so we did our best to try to persuade the developers to change their mind, to alter the design and to keep the tree. So we've started off naively, starting a Facebook campaign group. We ended up with about 1,400 members of that group in the end. And we started off by writing a petition, 2,500 signatures. We submitted that to the council. We thought, oh, they're bound to listen. People of Shoreham are speaking. They're bound to change the design. Unfortunately, we were ignored. Nothing happened. The developers refused to engage with us. So we thought, well, what else can we do? So we went to the planning committee. We encouraged people to write to the planning committee on the date that the plan was being considered. And we ended up with one of the biggest crowds ever at any planning committee meeting in Shoreham. They had to open up a special room for us. We had a protest outside. And every speaker on the night spoke in favour of saving the tree. Did that work? Unfortunately not, and it didn't. We had to think of some more things to do. All along, Hyde Homes were refusing to alter their plans and using the same tactic each time of the excuse that saving the tree would result in less homes. And they carried that on throughout. So we thought, what can we do next? And then I was contacted by a few people who are very skilled and experienced, many of them here today. I want to thank them personally. They started a 24-hour tree occupation. People were in that tree, staying in that tree, sleeping in that tree, at the foot of the tree, for 250 days and more. Even throughout the coldest nights of the winter, the windy storms, people were still staying in that tree. They managed to occupy it for 250 days. It drew lots of public attention. Thank you, thank you. Give them a round of applause. It drew lots of public attention. We got more and more people involved, and there was such a sense of community spirit, something that I'm really quite proud of. People of all ages, all walks of life, Shoreham people coming by, getting involved, giving up their time, offering to support us, either with money, time, or ideas. And it was a great feeling, and I'm really proud of what we achieved as a community. Thank you. We also organised a music festival. We had a march. We had a procession of people, 300 strong, stretching 3/4 of a mile. We started off here last September. We even got on the TV. Did that change Hyde's mind? Sadly not. They still weren't listening. We got celebrities involved. So we had George McGavin, TV presenter, naturalist, and we had what's his name? Chris Packham involved as well, giving us all of the support and publicity that he could. Did that change their mind? Sadly not. In the end, we had to arrange for our own architects to draw up a second design on how they could use that land, keep the tree, and deliver more homes, not less, on that same site. That's the extent that we had to go in the end. And I want to pay a special thanks to a friend of mine, Vic Kendrick. He's not here today, but he spent many, many hours and days working on an alternate design. And we submitted that to the council, and thankfully we got some traction. And I want to thank Kieran Cronin and Steve Neocleus, both part of the council, for actually helping us take that design to the developers and persuade them, coerce them, twist their arms to change the design. And we knew about this from last November. We knew it was likely to happen. We had to stay quiet for a very long time until it was all made official and signed and sealed. But without those guys, we wouldn't be seeing that tree still there this time next year. So I want to thank them specifically for helping us do that behind the scenes, from the bottom of my heart. I also want to thank the tree dwellers, the people who stayed there during those cold winter months, gave up their personal comforts, staying in a tree house. The sitters, the people who occupied the site for the 250-day occupation. The rota managers who looked after the constant changes of plans. the volunteers, the artists, the poets, the musicians, and everybody else who got involved and contributed their time and energy to make this happen. I want to thank the Duke of Wellington for their support and making it a good place for the activists and using their facilities. And finally, I want to thank Hyde Homes for finally listening and doing the right thing. We saved this tree through a combination of everybody's activities. There's no one thing, I think, that actually delivered this tree. So I want to thank everybody, and I hope you can all give yourselves a round of applause this morning. Well done, everybody. It's great to have saved that tree.